To check out these cherry trees. And meteorologist Kaitlyn McGrath is live at the Tidal Basin with more. Kaitlyn, it sure looks a little different than it did when we were all together for the peak before the peak.
Yes, listen, it is still beautiful out here at the Tidal Basin, but we are definitely past peak. And this was one of the shortest peaks we've had in a really long time. The weather just did not cooperate after we officially hit peak bloom on Friday. Remember last year we had one of the longest peak blooms where we had peak bloom and then a stretch of cool weather. So the blossoms really didn't do much, but our 80-degree days over the weekend and yesterday helped cook those blossoms and push out some of the leaves. This one still has quite a few pink blossoms on it, but a lot of the trees have continued to progress and to see more of those leaves. So you can really tell when you look across the Tidal Basin, you see where we normally have that beautiful sea of pink. It is looking much more green now that those leaves have continued to push through. And the storms last night really were kind of the nail in the coffin for the pink petals.
Last night we had a severe storm with heavy rain, high winds, brought a lot of the petals down. Normally we would look to cooler temperatures to keep the blossoms on a little bit longer, but again, I think most of the blossoms have moved on at this point. We're just past peak bloom now. There are still blossoms to be seen. There's still pockets of the Yoshinos which are out. You just won't get the full display of the trees. And there are other varieties of cherry trees that are going to be in bloom in the next several days.
Yeah, there is still tons of beautiful sights to be seen here around the Tidal Basin. And keep in mind, just because the pink is gone, we do still have some nice green to enjoy as well. And we just heard from Mike Litters there from the National Park Service. We've got to give Mike a shout out. He is always such a trooper through cherry blossom season, and just really appreciate all of the support from the National Park Service. But just because peak bloom is behind us doesn't mean it's not great to get out here and soak in some sunshine at the Tidal Basin.
I mean, at least we had a nice weekend.
We sure did. You know what else I noticed? Caitlin has on the official pin that we got. Look at that, trying to extend that peak as long as you can. I see you. I see you.
Thank you,
One
Caitlin.
more day with my pen.
There you go.
I have last year's.
Last year's pen?
Sorry, you missed it.
It's so last year.
It's so last year. It's not the same.
It's pretty though. It's still nice.
It's not the same.
I'm going to keep it anyway.
You know what's
fair.
pretty outside?
What?
Tulips.
It's that time of year.
Yeah.
Have you seen outside of our building?
Yeah,
They're beautiful.
They last for how long generally during the season? A couple weeks,
They can
right?
last for 10 days or so.
10 days, that's it? Okay. I know a lot of people plant them and they just they're here and they're gone, just like that.
Now, it's going to be cold tonight, but they'll be fine.
Okay.
They'll be fine. And you know, we actually had pansies make it through the whole winter that are still great.
At your house?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fine.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the ones that Peaches and Cherry didn't eat, they somehow think they're goats. But yes, the rest of them made it through the snow and the ice. Okay.